A single note, perfectly bent, hangs in the air above an arena of silent fans. Spotlights sweep across the stage, illuminating a solitary figure. David Gilmour, fingers gliding across the neck of a black Stratocaster. Few guitarists can conjure such emotion from so little. In the world of rock, his sound is unmistakable, soaring, soulful, and timeless. How did David Gilmour turn subtlety and space into one of rock's most powerful voices? Tonight, we'll explore the story and techniques behind the man who shaped Pink Floyd's unforgettable sound, and ask, what makes Gilmour's playing so evocative, even decades later? David John Gilmour was born March 6, 1946, in Cambridge, England. His father, Douglas, was a distinguished zoologist, his mother, Sylvia, a teacher and film editor. The Gilmour's home was filled with books, conversation, and, most importantly, music. David's early years were spent exploring the countryside and listening to the BBC Light program. David's love affair with the guitar began at age 13, when a school friend loaned him a Spanish acoustic. By the early 60s, he was obsessed with blues and rock, learning licks from Hank Marvin, Lead Belly, and the Everly Brothers. He was self-taught, learning by ear, copying records for hours on end. In his teens, Gilmour formed his first band, The Newcomers, quickly followed by Joker's Wild, playing Beatles, Stones, and Motown hits. In 1965, he and friends busked in Saint-Tropez as Flowers and Bullet. The gigs were modest, but the lessons were real. Play with feeling and make every note count. By 1967, Gilmour was scraping by in a London clothing store. That December, a call changed everything. Pink Floyd's Syd Barrett was struggling, and the band needed help. Gilmour joined in January 1968, initially as a backup for Syd, but soon stepped in as lead guitarist. The band's sound and future shifted overnight. Gilmour's style is deceptively simple, rooted in blues but shaped by space and silence. He favors slow bends, wide vibrato, and a touch that makes every note sing. He's a master of dynamics, whisper to roar, always serving the song. His solos are stories, never rushed, always melodic. Few guitarists have a tone as distinctive as Gilmour's. Listen to Shine on You, Crazy Diamond. Each phrase is carefully sculpted, notes blooming with reverb and echo. Gilmour's phrasing relies on space. Knowing when not to play is as important as the notes themselves. Gilmour's main axe is legendary, the 1969 Fender Stratocaster, known as the Black Strat. He's also wielded Sunburst Strats, Telecasters, a 1955 Les Paul Gold Top, and a custom-built Gibson lap steel. For acoustics, he favors Martin and Taylor. Gilmour's tone owes much to his amps, high-watt DR103s, Fender twin reverbs, and custom WEM cabinets. He's known for blending amps, using one for clean shimmer and another for creamy overdrive. His techs helped him develop elaborate switching systems for surgical precision. If there's a pedalboard hall of fame, Gilmour's would be in the front row. From the classic Electro Harmonix Big Muff to Binson Echo-Rec delay, his effects chain is legendary. This mastery of delay and modulation became a Pink Floyd signature, turning his guitar into a cinematic instrument. Gilmour's journey is marked by milestones: Metal, The Dark Side of the Moon, Wish You Were Here, Animals, and The Wall. Later, a momentary lapse of reason and The Division Bell showcased his leadership. His solo albums reveal a more intimate side of his artistry. Comfortably Numb was born from a demo Gilmour brought to the Wall sessions. Shine on You, Crazy Diamond pays tribute to Syd Barrett, who actually wandered into the studio during recording. The Wish You Were Here intro was even recorded through a car radio for a nostalgic sound. Gilmour's collaborations stretch beyond Floyd, working with Kate Bush, Paul McCartney, and Brian Ferry. His friendship with Richard Wright was central to Pink Floyd's chemistry, and he's credited with inviting Rick back for the Division Bell. From 1973 to 1979, Gilmour was at his creative zenith. The Dark Side of the Moon stayed on the charts for over 900 weeks. Stadium tours for Animals and The Wall set new standards for a live spectacle, with Gilmour's guitar as the emotional core. The 80s were turbulent. Roger Waters left Floyd and lawsuits flew. Gilmour struggled with self-doubt, determined to honor the Floyd legacy without its architect. During this time, he found solace in family and flying, even owning a vintage airplane collection. In 1987, Gilmour reinvented Pink Floyd, leaner and more guitar-driven, but still lush. He took on more vocal and songwriting duties, guiding the band's direction. The result was a new generation of fans and a band that could still fill stadiums. In the 2000s, his solo career flourished with On an Island hitting #1. In 2005, the classic Floyd lineup reunited for Live 8, a moment fans thought impossible. His 2015 album, Rattle That Lock, showed he was still searching for new sounds. Gilmour's influence is everywhere, from U2's The Edge to Steven Wilson and John Frusciante. Guitarists praise his phrasing and emotional restraint. He proved that sometimes a single note, played just right, can change the world. Few musicians define an era, but Gilmour's guitar is woven into the fabric of modern music. Pink Floyd's albums have sold over 250 million copies. His legacy is in the emotions he awakened and the doors he opened for new generations. David Gilmour's journey is one of grace, patience, and relentless curiosity. As long as there are stories to tell and feelings too deep for words, Gilmour's music will guide us home. As a musician, I've always found that Gilmour teaches us the most important lesson: respect the silence. He doesn't play over the band, he plays with the atmosphere. That's the hallmark of a true master. Technically, no one bends a string like David. It's not just reaching the note, it's how he gets there. It's a vocal quality that makes the guitar sound like it's actually speaking to you. The shadow of Syd Barrett never really left Gilmour's playing. There's a persistent sense of longing and tribute in his work, a beautiful melancholy that gives Pink Floyd its heart. Despite the spacey sound, Gilmour's rig is a marvel of engineering. Everything is calculated to allow that specific, pure tone to emerge without interference. It's science-serving art. When that black Strat was auctioned for charity, it fetched millions, not just because it was a guitar, but because it was the tool that carved out Comfortably Numb. It's a piece of history. We often forget David's voice. His breathy, calm vocals provided the perfect counterpoint to the intensity of the music, creating a sense of intimacy even in the largest stadiums. In the studio, he could spend days on a single solo, layering sounds until they matched the vision in his head. That dedication to the perfect take is what makes these albums timeless. Even in the digital age, Gilmour found ways to integrate new tech without losing his soul. He moved from analog tape to digital workstations, always keeping the feeling at the forefront. David Gilmour's story isn't about speed or flash, it's about the power of the soul expressed through 6 strings. He remains the architect of atmosphere. Thanks for joining me as we trace the story of David Gilmour. Turn it up. Keep it loud. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's meet again in the next story of rock.